It was to happen, it has happened, and it will happen again. And especially, it has to happen in Spain, because Spain is very particular and very specific and important for Islam. Why? Because during 700 years, Islam dominated Al-Andalus, Spain, till 1492. And then, after the Conquista, they could not dominate this region. But it's a duty, an individual duty, fard ayn, for any Muslim to reconquer, to bring back this land to Islam. And that's what the Islamic State published. I will quote them. We will recover our lands from the invaders. And they were speaking about Spain. So it's not so surprising at all that Spain was the aim of this terrorist attack. And there are other reasons. The other reason, first one, is that Spain strikes with a coalition in Syria and in Iraq. So for them, Muslims should defend themselves from these attackers for them. And that's the second reason. The third one, since there is a caliphate, and there is a caliph, a khalifa, Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi, it allows offensive jihad in order to have Islam dominate politically and juridically the whole world.
One of the last interview that we made, you're talking about neighborhood that belong to ISIS, and nobody can touch him. It's absurd.
Yes, I don't know exactly if they belong to ISIS, but there is definitely, positively, we are sure, radical Islam in those neighbors, and there you can see that the police doesn't enter more than 1,000 of non-law zones in France, for example. And the Ministry of Interior in France has published last week that there are around 20,000 Muslims registered as S, and it means they are radicalized. And the second point is there is a risk that they will move to action and to attack, terrorist attacks in France or anywhere else. And you know, this Moroccan who fled the Spanish policy, some suppose that there is back in France now, and is in France now.
We see lately a lot of terrorist attacks against Europe. And still, we don't see any statement from all the leaders from Europe, like Merkel, Cameroon.
There are problems, there are basic problems. The first one for Europe is to recognize the nature of the problem, the religious dimension of the war that Islam is waging against the West now. And they don't. And they are acquainted to the fact that since the 18th century, there is a separation, clear separation between religion and state. But it's not the case for Islam. Islam is din wa dawla. It means state and religion, religion and state. There are one only. At the second point, there are huge economic interest, European interest in Muslim countries, and they don't want to endanger them. Another point is that it would involve a real war, and with the dangers of the war, and Europe is not ready for it.
So what you say now in a different word, what you cook, it's what you eat.
And you will eat even worse cook.